Over the years, we have seen numerous trends on Roblox. Games like Escape Jeff the Killer and countless others that came after. Weird Strike Dad and the Night Shift games were big a few years ago, and currently we have seen a rise on Grow Garden, Dead Rails, and Steel Brainrot inspired games. One trend that Roblox players have nostalgia for are the Piggy games back in 2020. So many people were making games on anything that was meant for children. Today I wanted to take a look back at these games and see how they're doing, and to see what's changed. Come join me. Released on May 8, 2020, Kitty is the best Piggy-like game in my opinion. It doesn't need to use the horror aspects that the others have, and instead is a cat-mouse chase game. Sort of like Tom and Jerry. Kitty isn't really too difficult, and it gives you the option to either give up or wait for someone to rescue you. Something that you won't see in other games. I used to play this frequently, and it was one of my favorites back in 2020. Kitty averages around 5,000 players, so it's not completely dead. I refer to Bacon as the number 2 or the ripoff of Piggy. Which is funny because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Bacon was released first before Piggy. Piggy was released 2 weeks after Bacon dropped. This was actually mind-boggling to me as I was researching this. I always thought Bacon was the flea market version. Damn. Anyways, the game is still the same as before. The lobby has gone through some changes, and now that I'm thinking of it, I don't even know if there was a lobby back in 2020. There were 2 kinds of people in 2020. Team Piggy and Team Bacon. I was Team Bacon, and I was so committed that I even made a competition shortly before I started this channel. I went searching for some videos of this competition, but I think I deleted them. I was able to uncover this video and bro, the quality is so bad. It looks like some lost footage. Bacon can barely crack 200 players. This game has certainly fallen off. I remember finding out about Guesty by a channel called Fancy Smash. He was hyping up and the trailer looked good. So when the release date was getting closer, I was starting to get hyped and shit. But when I played it, I was having trouble. I was getting confused on how it worked, and I thought it was a bit difficult. And now that I replayed it, I think I was just being a little bitch. I had no trouble with this as I was carrying the server even though I never played this map. I even faced 2 monsters in the same round cause the first one sucked, bro. I cooked this shit with this juke. Guesty barely can reach triple digits nowadays. A sad fall off. This is probably the most popular dog game that came out of this trend. Like, let's be for real, they barely changed anything here compared to Piggy. This game got shut down for a while because of the Sesame Street characters and returned a year later. Puppet's downfall was destined from the start and sometimes reaches a couple hundred players these days. Spider is such an interesting game to look at because I believe this game created its own little subgenre. Look at this. Piggy inspired games such as Kitty, Guesty, and unfortunately Puppet. It also inspired Spider, but Spider inspired these insect bug games. Games like Centipede and Snaky, which I'll be talking about later. You wouldn't get those 2 if Spider didn't exist. Now this game has been abandoned by the developer, and I'm pretty sure it's common for Roy to create new projects and leave his old ones behind. The last update Spider has received was in 2022. The game still has only 1 map, and that doesn't stop people from playing it as Spider still gets around 5,000 players. One thing I hate about this game is not even about the game, it's the f***ing players. Anytime you're a Spider, you better hope no one camps at the ladders that only Spider can see. I had to wait for like 2 minutes cause some f***ass dude didn't want to die. and then he proceeded to send a friend request. Luckily for me, he got caught lacking and I zipped his ass. So onto the Spider and Spider game. Centipede basically rips out Spider to the point that they both have one map. There weren't any issues with players camping and the game is very easy, and judging from the description, this looks like a blatant cash grab. I don't think Centipede ever surpassed 5,000 players, but this game seems to be surviving. And to be honest, I enjoy Centipede more than Spider. You always gotta save the best for last. Well, unfortunately, this is the worst. Dude, I can't even tell if this is supposed to be a parody, cash grab, or a serious game. First of all, the lobby has a f***ing voting system, but there is only one map. So what the hell am I voting for? Second, this is more of a player thing, but everyone here sucks. I get that this is Snakey of all games, but goddamn, bro. Can y'all just stop leaving the game when you're the snake? As for the gameplay, it's pretty simple. I wish the keys were a little easier to collect cause they're small as hell. Snakey came out a year after the other game, so it was a bit late to the party. It gets about a few hundred players nowadays, which is surprising considering the fact that this shit is ass. Alright, let me know what games you guys played or what did I miss, because I know there was a bunch of games. And yeah, subscribe.